Welcome to the Sixth Sense Foundation.
That us five felt. We need some excitement in here. Oh my God, good afternoon. Wow. I did not put this together. Please give D. Hill a round. First of all, let me just say thank you to all of you for being here. Yes. We are so honored that you took time out of your day to spend with us. We thank you. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Just like we did when y'all were listening to us on the radio and we were playing your favorite songs. We are so grateful. Let me just say two things real quick. For Carol Blackman, Myrna Taylor, Sylvia James, Regina Slaughter, and myself, Michelle Williams, we don't know what else to say other than thank you. This is because you could have looked at all the other radio air personalities in this city, and there are a number of them. There are only two people that I really truly want to acknowledge aside from my family being here, all of my friends, some of my church members. We appreciate you so much for coming, but I just want to say truly, this lady right here, oh my God, this beautiful lady right here, come on over here. Oh, this is the beautiful Tiana Brown Thomas, who was my boss in radio. This is the godfather of soul, Mr. James Brown's daughter. For those of you who don't know, she really gave me that opportunity to do WERD, and we're going to give her an opportunity to talk. And also, this fine young man right here, let me just rub on him just a little bit. Where my husband at? Where my husband at?
Right behind you. I'm gonna send him a view.
Oh my God. For those of you who don't know, this is the legendary Tony Brown, who really needs no introduction aside from saying he was the program director at V103, but he never gave me no job. Okay. I begged and begged, but nobody ever got fired from V103. Nobody ever quit. So that's the main reason I didn't get that slot. But we have become really just, I don't know, thicker than thieves. And how awesome God has just brought full circle this day. March the 11th is just such a memorable day. But anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Dee and then give the other radio personalities an opportunity to say whatever they want to say. We've got refreshments here of honoring women in radio. Miss Dee Hill.
So we got a program. I really do appreciate it. We got a program that we're going to go by. I know everybody's ready to get up out of here. So we're going to turn it over to Dr. Moore.
Hello everybody, good morning. Thank you for being here. And at this time, as Michelle Williams already pointed out, we're going to hear from the daughter of a legend, the great one and only James Brown, who brought us such hits like It's a Man's World, Sex Machine, Make It Funky, Hot Pants, The Big Payback, and countless others. Our speaker is also the president of the James Brown Family Foundation and the James Brown Academy of Music pupils. Please join me in welcoming Miss Tiana Brown Thomas.
First of all, giving all
honor to God. We ain't got to be in church to do that. That's right. That's right. First and foremost. So I give him all praise. But my middle name is Jamesia, which is almost James. He tried to make it James, but Mama was like, she's a girl now. Come on. So you was close. But thank you so very much for that warm welcome. God bless all of these ladies. Let's just give them a round of applause. For marching forward and not giving up and not stopping and not letting anybody stop them. And they still are right here in the community doing fabulous things. Like she started off with the first song, it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or girl. And that's biblical, too. That's biblical. Because how did we get here? It wasn't daddy. That's right. So we are thankful that Ms. D. Hill and so many people, dignitaries and legislators took the time to say, let's pause and let's give thanks and recognize the women who have really trailblazers and have paved the way for a lot of young females to come into radio. These are the shoulders that you stand on to move forward. So you look at their lives and you look at what they have done and what they are still doing to perpetuate such positivity for women. And you stand on those shoulders and you follow. That's who you follow. Yes. Yeah. I know we on Twitter, but that's who you follow. That's who you want to mimic. That's who you want to say, okay, she did it. She did great with it, and let me try. When me and Michelle worked together, my dad had when he was released, he was, said, okay, I want to get another radio station because he had owned radio stations in the past. WRDW in Augusta, Georgia, WEBB in Baltimore, Maryland, and WJBE in Knoxville, Tennessee. And all of those meant something. WJBE is James Brown Enterprises. WRDW was where radio does wonders. And WEBB was we enjoy being black. So when I graduated from college, it was like, trying to decide what to do. He made that decision for me, so I went into radio, did newspaper for a minute, and Washington Times in Washington, D.C. But then I went on into radio and worked at different radio stations up north in Washington, Baltimore. And then when my dad bought some more radio stations down south, me and Michelle worked over at East Point when him and a gentleman from Chicago, Purvis Band, got WERD. And it was AM. And that was like him, Daddy, getting back into the radio business. And I'll never forget the conversations that we had about how important radio was. Communication, especially in our community, so that we could communicate with one another what's really going on.
Get back to black.
He was very adamant about being sure that we talk to our seniors, that we talk to our women, and that we talk to our men. Because everybody had a role in the community. But all of us needed some uplift. All of us needed to hear that, you're doing a good job, or we got to do this, y'all, or we got to clean this up, or we got to work on that. But it had to come from us to us. From us to us. So when Dad put me in radio, at first I was like, okay, we'll see how this works out. But I learned so much, so very much, just about life, and just about how to be respectful to people, and to take the time to just listen to what somebody has to say, because you never know what you may get from that person. You know, it's so easy. We got busy lives, and it's so easy to brush somebody off. Oh, okay, yeah, thank you, ma'am, thank you, thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. But just stop for a second, because we don't know whose angel we are entertaining. All right, now. We have no idea who God has placed in front of us, why He's placed that person in front of us, and what are we supposed to get from that person, or what are we supposed to give to that person. There's always some type of exchange that has to happen. Thank you very much for your service. Thank y'all for having me here. Michelle, God bless you, and God bless all of these ladies and everybody in here that's in radio or whatever you do. And men, thank you for being there for us. Okay? We appreciate that as well. God bless everyone.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Thank you, Dee, for having me here, and especially people of color. Being in radio is a blessing. We have obligations in radio to serve our community. And I remember years ago when I came here to B103 and Mike and Carol with a huge morning show at B103. And the thing that I learned from them was it's all about the community. And that's what I have always heard about B103. It was all about the community. And I learned so much about that. And we were able to continue that on as far as being a servant of the community. And it hasn't changed. And so for all the young broadcasters out there now, that's what it's all about, is serving your audience. So that's what radio is all about. Yeah, there's the other part of it with the meeting all the celebrities and the parties, but at the end of the day, how you win is being a servant to your listening audience.
Welcome to the Sixth Sense Foundation.
Everybody don't know, men and women in radio received a resolution from the state capitol. It is now Men and Women in Radio Week, April the 21st through the 25th.
All right.
So we did get that passed.
All right. HR 680. He had to leave.
Okay, so we had somebody here from the SOS band and everybody else. Thank you all so
Mr.
much.
Jimmy Rhodes from
Oh,
Motown.
yes. Oh, that's right. We forgot the big producer.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
All right. Look here, I want that song deal.
Teddy asked me, he don't need no introduction, former of Warner Brothers, but he's responsible for some of the artists, hottest artists in the 80s and 90s. Some of the hottest artists. And definitely want to thank him.
Welcome to the Sixth Sense Foundation.
For today, and this is day 35, so it's real crazy around here. We have 5 more legislative days until we're out for the entire session. But I want to thank everybody for coming, especially D. Hill for us being able to work together today to bring honor to the 5 women that we recognize on the House and on the Senate side today. And like I told them, those resolutions that they have are now in the history of Georgia. And I definitely encourage everyone to get more involved in our political process. And I appreciate the work that these women have done on the radio with getting information out to our overall public in our community. But they can't do it alone. You all have to be able to push. It's a lot of things that we need to have done here in the state of Georgia. And you all have to, if you're not registered to vote, that's the first thing that you must do. Because of the work that I do, I couldn't have done it if my registered voters didn't vote for me to be down here. And praise God, I don't have any opposition this year.
Good job.
I have any this year.